that note, let's go to Taylor Torregano in Baldwin Hills. Taylor, we've been seeing all the flooding and mud flow that forces folks out of their homes from the outside. But on the day after, we always wonder and worry what it means for those folks inside their homes. I see you standing next to a restricted sign, but I understand you might be able to show us a little bit of what this poor person's experienced.
Yeah, that's right, Ahmed. You can see this is one of several homes here in Baldwin Hills that have been yellow tagged by the city as crews continue to assess the damage here. And I want to bring you inside the home. The woman who lives here, Miss Dion, says that crews have also been in and out of this house all day, removing the last bit of furniture that was not ruined by the mud because she can no longer live here. You can probably hear that loud noise in the background. Crews are also busy boarding up the doors and the windows that are still open in case this next storm brings in additional mudslides into her home. But this is the cause of it all. This is what happened just a couple days ago overnight. You can see a massive mudslide came crashing into her bedroom. With tears in her eyes, Dion Perrineau says this is unlike anything she's ever experienced before. At 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday, the 70-year-old startled awake, a loud cracking noise soon followed by her entire hillside crashing through her bedroom.
This is like, this is devastation.
She says the thick mud reached 7 feet high.
And the water was just coming in. You can see it.
And now, as she surveys the damage, she's overwhelmed and uncertain about the fate of the home she purchased on her own 25 years ago. While crews move out her belongings, Red Cross comes to offer her resources. Dion says her insurance agent has already told her mudslides are not covered.
Could we take a look at the damage?
Yes. I've been told that the insurance companies don't cover moving soil. I've been paying my premiums for 25 years, so I don't know.
Standard homeowners insurance cannot be relied on in these incidents, confirms Janet Ruiz with the Insurance Information Institute. In fact, she says floods, landslides, and mudslides are not covered under homeowners and renters policies, though residents with specific flood insurance do have some additional coverage.
If the cause of loss is flooding, then it's covered under your flood insurance. If the cause of loss is landslide, earth movement, then it wouldn't be covered under your flood insurance. And those are the things that have to be determined when they go out and inspect these horrific landslides and floods that are happening in Los Angeles County.
Not great news for victims of the 520 reported mudslides across LA as of Wednesday morning, according to Mayor Karen Bass. Unfortunately, Janet says only about 1.5% of Californians have flood insurance, which is an additional $800 to $900 a year on average. Dion is not one of them. She says she's heartbroken. This home is her sanctuary, and at least for now, it's uninhabitable.
Right now, my main concern is getting this mud away from my house because it can turn into mold.
Though she can't start that process until yet another incoming storm passes. Now, if you don't have flood insurance, officials say it's not a bad idea to get some, even if you're not living in an area that's particularly prone to flooding. They say, in fact, that 90% of all natural disasters across the U.S. involve flooding at some point. And as for Miss Dion, she says she is eternally grateful for her neighbors and the community that have really rallied around to support her. They've started a GoFundMe, so if you would like to help her out as well, I'll put the link to that on our website. Just visit spectrumnews1.com.
Well, we are eternally grateful to see inside Miss Dion's home and for her generosity of her space like that. Please give her our best, if you would, Taylor. Thank you so much for your reporting tonight. Let's go now to meteorologist Robert Santos for a look at what is still to come. We're not out of the woods tonight. Robert, it's not going to be that atmospheric river we just had, but you've been warning us about what's coming next, right? Yeah, that atmospheric river has moved on now, and it's impacting states to the east of us. So let me show you what's going on. First of all, yeah, the atmosphere is still very saturated here, and some showers still going on, but look at what's beginning to approach Santa Barbara. Now, because of what's to come, this is why we've got this flood watch still in effect all across Southern California. To the north of us,
there's already a severe thunderstorm warning that went into effect around the 5 o'clock hour because of some strong thunderstorm coming through, bringing some strong gusts with a gust over 60 miles per hour. That's just to the north, so around Lompoc area. It's because of this system coming around. Now, this is going to come across and it's going to move fairly fast. So let's look at the timing of this as we go through time. Now let's stop at right around 7 o'clock. Some of that's going to start to come right through this wave. Look at this red, yellows. We could still get some moderate to heavy rain, especially if a thunderstorm breaks out, and we could get a downburst, a downpour, and that's going to sweep across over the next several hours. So here, 10:30 now, it's into the IE, down to OC and San Diego County before that moves on. Now, because the ground is already saturated, even though this is going to be pretty swift moving, we're talking about 3 to 4 hours maybe of some on and off moderate to heavy rain. There could still be some issues with flooding and with some strong winds that will be felt when this comes through. Now we could have some downed trees or power lines. So stay, please, weather alert tonight. We'll take a look at this and the rest of what's in store for Thursday and the rest of the week when I come back.
Yeah, thanks, Robert. We're counting on you to keep us weather alert. We'll be checking with you throughout the course of the hour.